Thank you for tuning in to my monthly municipal video on topics relevant to Rideau Lakes Township property owners and residents. This month, I want to share some information on the upcoming fall municipal election. Rideau Lakes has 4 wards, with each ward electing 2 representatives, while the mayor is elected at large. Municipal elections occur every 4 years on dates set by the provincial government, and the 2022 municipal election takes place on Monday, October 24th. You are able to vote for a mayor, 2 councillors, and 1 school board trustee. Our municipal clerk is responsible for running the local election, and she is a wealth of information and can be contacted at mtruelove@rideaulakes.ca or by phone at 1-800-928-2250, extension 293. The municipal election process is legislated through the Municipal Election Act. We are currently in the middle of the nomination period, with the last date that you can file a nomination paper to run for council being August the 19th, 2022. Forms are available from the clerk or online and must be returned fully completed by 2 p.m. on the 19th of August. A small fee must accompany your filing. If you're running for council, it's $100. If you're running or the school board trustee, it's $100. If you're running for the mayor's position, it's a $200 fee, along with the signatures of 25 qualified electors. When you file, you will receive a preliminary expense limit certificate along with a candidate's package. The new 4-year term of council starts November 15th, and all candidates have until March 29th, 2023 to file their financial statement as to what they spent and the donations, if any, that they received for their campaign. All candidates must open a dedicated bank account before any funds are spent on campaigning. Now, in order to run or vote, you must be what's called a qualified elector. You must reside in Rideau Lakes or be the owner or tenant of land or the spouse of an owner or tenant. You must be at least 18 years of age. If you own property, but it is in the name of a corporation, you are not a qualified elector. It is interesting to note that unlike in provincial or federal elections, you can vote in any municipality where you are a qualified elector. It is not exclusive to your principal residence. So, for example, in Rideau Lakes, if you were to live outside of the municipality but own a seasonal residence in Rideau Lakes, you can vote both in your principal residence and in Rideau Lakes. As a result, many seasonal cottage owners may vote here and at their year-round home and should be encouraged to do so. One of the challenges of every municipal election is the accuracy of the voters list. During the past 4 years, we have seen a sizable turnover of residents and new homes being built here in Rideau Lakes. The onus is on you to ensure that you are on the voters list and that you can vote. It is relatively easy to check. You need to go to a website called voterlookup.ca, and if you're not on the list, you can get yourself added. While you may be on the federal list or the provincial voting list, that does not guarantee that you are on the municipal list. To navigate voterlookup.ca, you will need to provide the name of the municipality, your full name, your date of birth, and your property address or your assessment roll number. You can find your assessment roll number on your tax bill. Municipal staff can help voters through this process. If it sounds a little confusing, to some it is. It is very important that you exercise your democratic right to vote. In Rideau Lakes, we have made it very convenient with voting available by internet or telephone. This method allows you to vote from anywhere, whether you are a snowbird or perhaps a student or away on vacation during the election period. It gives improved access, accessibility, and fast, accurate voting results. Also, with telephone or internet voting, we have a longer and earlier voting period. A voter information letter is sent to all eligible voters before the voting period. If you need access to the internet or a touch-tone phone, you may visit one of the Rideau Lakes library branches during the voting period. More information can be found on our website, rideaulakes.ca, or available from the municipal clerk. While many of us remember voting in previous elections with the ballot box and going to a to a poll, in some cases the wrong poll because we thought it was the same poll that we used for the provincial election or the federal election. This new system is much simpler to navigate, and we have found that it in fact improves voter turnout. While I do not have the time to give you all of the details, there are clear rules around things like third-party advertising, finances, contributions, and spending limits. Serving on a rural municipal council is a great way to serve your community and contribute to its future success. Candidates who run based on single issues of concern quickly discover that being part of a council requires a diversity of skills, interests, and ability to work as a team. That team includes the other elected officials and the staff. It sometimes requires a bit of a thick skin, as local government is the most accessible level of government. Rideau Lakes is a growing township with a full-time population of almost 11,000 people and an additional seasonal population of about 9,000 people. We have 37 lakes and over 800 kilometers of shoreline, and we are the geographic size of Metro Toronto. The 2022 annual budget here was $20.1 million. Our tax rate, however, is one of the lowest in Leeds and Grenville, and we are in exciting times. And I encourage residents to consider serving on council or as a volunteer on any one of our many community committees. I want to say that no one gets rich serving as a councillor or a mayor in Rideau Lakes. The average remuneration for councillors last year was slightly over $16,000 a year for a workload that might range around 15 hours per week. The mayor's honorarium is $25,000 per year, and this is roughly doubled given the additional responsibilities the mayor has as a county councillor for Leeds and Grenville. The mayor's position requires about a 30 to 40 hour work week for meetings, preparation time, travel, social functions, etc. Once you are elected, you will find most council and committee meetings are on a set schedule. You can expect to do a fair bit of reading of agenda packages, along with phone calls, emails, and drop-ins from citizens. As I said, local government is the most accessible level of government, and people feel quite comfortable approaching their ward councillors or their mayors with their issues. Some of your key responsibilities as an elected official will be to represent the public and to consider the well-being and interests of both your ward and the township as a whole. You need to evaluate and help develop policies and programs. You need to determine the services the township will provide and how those services will be paid for. You need to implement or help implement and support the decisions of council, and you need to help maintain the financial integrity of the corporation, which in this case is the municipality. In summary, council has three distinct duties: representative, policy-making, and managerial. To help with all of this, we thankfully have adequate and qualified staff in Rideau Lakes. So hopefully I've impressed upon you the importance of voting in a municipal election. Turnout at the last municipal election was only 41.4%, and I believe we can do better. And give some thought to stepping up and serving your township as we all work together to keep Rideau Lakes an awesome place to live, work, and play. Thank you.